Start. Pisces. I better go over here to see you guys, or at least to see the comments. Oh my gosh, we are still in the shadow period. That's basically what happens. So you have two jumpers. Capricorns had this as a jumper, interestingly enough. This is really interesting. Pisces, you're the 12th sign, right? You're the very last one. You're wrapping everything up. And for you, you are kind of like realizing this is all just an exercise. This was all just a thing. Like now I have to kind of like wrap up your experience and go quote unquote home, right? So that's interesting. Oh, you got this rocket book, right? So yeah, I love it as well. So guys, you are somehow happy with some kind of development. There is like maybe a little bit of holding kind of like period. There's like something that kind of like really works. You're really happy with certain kind of like emotional development, almost like so happy that you really want to be left alone and kind of like dealt with your own kind of like things, which would be kind of like really interesting, right? So let's see, Pisces for March. It's so nice that you guys found your way. Was it difficult to find your way back? I don't really know, because it kept breaking, and I said, let me restart computer and kind of start with this. So Lou, you're starting with Ace of Cups reversed, and you just had Nine of Cups as a jumper. So there is a cycle. Maybe you're finishing off a relationship, or you're really hesitant to start something. It's really difficult for you to kind of like go in a new direction over here, right? So Ace of Cups can also talk about that you really want something badly. Maybe you really want a relationship. Maybe you feel frustrated about that. Maybe you feel, hey, I really need to go and I want to go in this direction, and somehow this is really not happening. And there is a Queen of Wands. Maybe you have somebody who, let's call it is in a way, maybe somebody who is controlling the narrative. I wonder if this still means that you're dealing with somebody who still didn't sign off entirely on a relationship before starting something new. That can sometimes kind of like create with Queen of Wands, and Queen of Wands is very different from you. What you offer and what they offer are two very different things, right? So maybe you're trying to be more like this person, then don't. This is basically where the sun goes through your own sign, like, so you are the one who is shining. You are maybe not this doer doing stuff, and now everybody's suppressed with this freaking pandemic and everybody wants to do things, right? I mean, we have here double whammy. We have pandemic, we have like freezing temperatures. We didn't have winter practically until February 1st, and now okay, today's raining, so hopefully all the snow is going to melt. But you know what I mean. It's coming from all the sides. You have a Death here reversed. Maybe you're still longing for your ex of some sort, because who said it, like Kylie, we are still in the shadow period, right? So this still kind of like comes in waves. You know, it's almost like when you pass by the bakery and you smell it, it smells good, but then you make 3 more steps and it doesn't, and then again, it's just simply how it flows. And it's really kind of like something that over here, there is like an issue, emotional issue. Some of you are feeling very emotional. Some of you are possibly even feeling jealous over somebody who basically stepped down. Everything is freaking reversed. That was like the case with Aquarians too. It was reverse, right? And that means everything is upside down. Sometimes like this reversal has to happen. Did you ever try to use the hourglass? You reverse it and it's a new cycle starting. But for you, this is really telling you, almost like universe is blocking you for going in a certain direction. So there are, you know, like when you kind of like go toward fire, then first it's very hot and you wonder if you should go, and then you burn yourself. It's kind of like all of these signs are there, but you still really want to grab it over here from what I see. Oh, by the way, yesterday Tiger wanted to grab an eagle or a hawk, I guess. It was like hawk was there munching on a freaking squirrel, and I was grabbing the phone to kind of like videotape this, and Tiger was already running. I was like, oh my god, now I have to worry about hawk attacking the dog. Then you have 8 of Pentacles. So you're like throwing all caution in the wind. There's like something that you want, and I can almost like taste it. You want something really badly, but there is a circumstance here that you're completely unaware, and you need to kind of like figure out how to go in this direction, because it's almost like that you are, like, for example, somebody gives you a story, dating story. Yeah, you know, I just cannot meet you today because, oh, I don't know, somebody's sick or whatever. You are not questioning that story, and the story is like too obvious, and there is like something here that is warning you about it, right? Then you have like the Six of Pentacles here reversed, which, yes, this is now confirming there is like some kind of like Mercury retrograde thing. So it means something from the past is revived. So it could be a person, it could be a situation. Maybe you had tension with your boss, especially if it was a female boss. Maybe you had a tension with your partner before, you sorted out, and now it's resurfacing. It really, really sucks having this in your birthday period. I really, really get it. This here, something around, let me just try to move this camera properly. Something around new moon in Pisces, which is on the 13th. And on the 13th, we have like two things that are really connecting to you. One is going to be new moon in Pisces, and that's kind of like going to guide us toward greater understanding of everybody. It's not going to be just the selfish me kind of a thing, but rather how do we make these like big dramatic changes. But also at the same time, you are going to feel very enthusiastic. So up to the 13th, I have to tell you, you're going to live drama, because you always live a movie. So that movie is going to be drama. But then on the 13th, there is like a Venus and Neptune conjunction that is really taking place. And I did print this thing here, which I usually send when I send my mail list, and I'm going to send it to you so you basically can see how this is really happening. You see Sun and Neptune is over here showing up already, and then you're going to have new moon Pisces, and then Venus and Neptune technically on the 14th here. That is really happening, which is really, really important for you. That's basically where you can receive a boost of romance and sort of like a magic, which is really, really important over here for you as well, right? Didn't even tell you what you have on the bottom. You have maybe you have Aries in your life. You have the Emperor reverse, so which means, you know, you need to kind of like brush up on some skills. I really feel from all this reading that you're a little bit too trusting, and that's the problem. So here is another 4 that is mirroring this one, and this really talks about lack of enthusiasm. Kind of like you want something, but you want something while you're lying down, and this sometimes means that you don't really have much influence in a situation, and that somebody is you're depending on somebody. That's always a bad situation, because look at these pentacles. There's something rotating over somebody's family, which is really, really important, and it's almost like feeling isolated, not being a part of it. You're really hoping that somebody is going to take this leap of faith and trust that, like, it means something else. Could be a new cycle, it could be better. This is very promising. But this card is also single card, which means maybe somebody's not single. Maybe somebody needs to be released from some obligations, from husband, from wife, from a job, in order to kind of like create a space, which currently looks like there's some turmoil about it. There it is, some good luck, some good kind of like turn of the events. You're like hoping for the best, but you're fearing the worst. It's kind of like you're in between those situations. These are really good combinations over here. I mean, you have a 1 here, and now you have a 10 and 0, which kind of like shows this is some kind of karmic process, and that's always what happens during Pisces transition. So there he is. He's showing up, King of Cups. That's your dream mate, right? Whether you're male or female, it's somebody who you kind of like put a crown on. Be very careful. It came reversed. This person is going to tell you lots of things that you want to hear, but are they true? Are they doable? Are they going on? This is like where somebody just spends this daydreaming with you, especially if you're dating another Pisces. That can be kind of devastating. So let me see what else I have over here. I have let your friends help you. You know what is really good about friends, if you have true friends, if you don't have friends who are just flattering you or having some other kind of like reasons, then they're going to tell you their feeling. And if they tell you, look, I don't see this happening and I don't think this is good for you, trust them, listen to them, because it tells me that you're going to be happy. But that happiness, we'll have to see April. This happiness might not be long lasting. This person is not willing to commit. This person is not willing to kind of like go forward. So but you know what, if you're kind of like really dying for that little bit of happiness, why not to have it? Because it's going to be easier for you to kind of like sign it off later. Maybe you're going to see something about it, but in the meantime, I'm telling you, better kind of like watch it. That is really, really important. So hello Kathy, my gosh, I haven't seen you in a long time. So let me just stop recording here.